instead of settled for a three.
So here is DeSumo. I think you can make a real good argument that he has been the best player in college basketball. Iowa fans might argue with me a little bit. Cockburn down low. Kofi Cockburn, the big sophomore scorer. For a long time for the Illini. Played a lot of good basketball for them. Kicked it out. Cockburn against Robbins. A little shot fake, and he missed it. Got his own miss. Goes back up, draws a foul.
Committed. That's the expectations. I got to give Brad credit, man. He told me he lost 50 pounds from walking, changing his diet. He said his daughter, who is
too strong, some ugly misses the last minute or so for the Gophers. Curbelo, what a spin move, and then dish to his teammate Cockburn, who dunks it home. My goodness.
Hey, I mentioned everybody but
Booth. Gotch, the transfer from Utah, no good. Minnesota's 0 for their last 7. Shot fake for the freshman Hawkins. Over the top, Cockburn, catch and score.
Man, kids out there that are playing in the post.
My apologies if not. She dunked for Stanford.
I did. Did you say Tara Vandiver celebrates by walking her dogs and playing the piano in the dark?
You know, Tara is not. You know, she's not a real attention hog. She doesn't like the spotlight. She loves her dog. She walks around her neighborhood. She plays the piano. She doesn't want a lot of credit or accolades or people asking her to talk about herself. She doesn't. Cockburn with the swat.
Woo, both ends, Cockburn.
DeSumo, just so hard to stop him. Cockburn grabs the offensive rebound, and he's going up with it to score.
Dave, that's so good because of his patience. So many big guys get impatient. If we run that back, he holds it, clears out space, gets his left shoulder turned to the rim, or excuse me, his right shoulder turned to the rim on the jump hook. That is so good for you kids to watch and clip.
It was 18-10 Minnesota. It's a 12-0 run and a chance for more for the Illini here.
About 6 straight terrible shots for Minnesota.
Maybe more.
Throw it to him.
There he is. He is feeling it right now.
This is abuse. He is abusing Eric Curry. I said last year I think he'd have been a first-round draft choice in this draft. But watch what he does here. Swats it, goes, finds it, digs it out, and then on the other end he follows. Watch this. He takes his time. See how he holds it up? And then he turns his right shoulder. He doesn't shoot it over his head. Watch his right shoulder turn towards the basket. Oh, I'm sorry. There by Einen, he just jacked it up with a guy sprinting at him.
Down low, Cockburn, who just checked back in. He got fouled by Enan from. Well, Richard Pitino just can't wait anymore, Kenny. Liam Robbins, 2 quick fouls, and they've been a much worse team with him off the floor. So he's getting ready to come back in. Cockburn earns the second free throw. Here comes Robbins.
You know, I don't understand. I really don't. Basketball's changed to where 2 fouls and you automatically have to sit. I honestly don't get that. I think that a veteran player, and Robbins is a veteran player, should be able to handle playing aggressively but not fouling. And coaches now, as soon as you get 2 fouls, you got to sit the rest of the half. I just disagree with that.
Pitino he just can't wait anymore. And his kid's a good player. Robbins had it go right through his hands. Yeah, I think so too. To the basket, kind of a wild shot, and it was an air ball, never hit the rim. That's a shot clock violation.
Courtside with Greenberg and Dockage, which by the way is out right now on ESPN podcast. That is among the things we talked about, along with, well, Mr. Connor's love of Dolezaj for Syracuse, and why not love Dolezaj for Syracuse?
Are you going to talk about Kofi Cockburn your next episode,
yes.
Please?
I think Kofi Cockburn is having an all-American day right now on both ends, Dave. He got feeling it early, and he has dominated this ball game.
He's going back to the free throw line. I think he got challenged a little bit by his head coach coming into this game after what happened this weekend against Missouri. It's not like he played terribly.
He didn't play well. He really did. And the whole team in their mind. Now, I will say this. We also talked some of the other players didn't light him up. Here he goes. There you go. I don't care if you miss him. That's what Booth Gotch has to do. You can't be hugging your teammate when he's killing you. You got to rip your teammate and get him better.
Cockburn draws another foul. Is that one going to be against Robbins?
And if you're not playing as you should be playing, it is incumbent on the players as well as the coaches to get you playing. And I liked what I saw right there out of Gotch going to the rim to start. That's huge in this game.
Foul, by the way, was on Kalsher, not on Robbins. That's good news for Minnesota. Don't you, when you see that, the first possession, Gotch as aggressive as he was, even though he missed a shot, don't you think he did get challenged at halftime?
No question. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, in an era where, if you say a crossword to a player, he transfers. Mark his card there, forced the ball out of bounds, so it's an uncomfortable set.
I like a guy, Frazier Carr, bricked, Cockburn rebound. I mean, early in his career, even as a freshman, there were lots of nights where Trent Frazier was the #1 offensive option for Illinois.
Absolutely.
He is
Big D.
He is really not close to that now, but he's still got a big-time role as Cockburn stuffs it home.
Kofi Cockburn does what every young big kid should do. Get it, best jump at the rim. In Cockburn's case, he can dunk it with his ear. Even if you can't hardly jump, doesn't matter. Give it your best jump.
He stuffs another shot at the rim on this end. Loose ball.
Well, this is pretty good. High-low, so there's no help. When the ball's at the top of the key, it spreads the defense, and I'm telling you, this is a great pass. What he meant by that is they're the only guy jumping. And that time you saw with Dosunmu. Kolesar was back. Only guy that jumped was guess who? Dosunmu.
Air ball.
For a three, I said this won't end well. It ended great as he drilled the three, and he's been doing that ever since.
I wasn't going to bring that part of the whole thing up. I was just going to let that go.
We had a great conversation about it. We were laughing about it. He did a video.
So you got yourself a star point guard. Curry had it stripped away. All right, that was a better decision, wasn't it?
Yes. I wanted to see how it ended, and it ended really well for Illinois.
Nice.
Dave, he went, backed up, went against stop, and then made the absolute right decision to the right guy.
History, he will be missed.
Yeah, he was respected all over the high school coaches, the college coach, didn't matter. Just a terrific guy, really nice, laid back, easy going, and that kid is having himself a night.
My goodness. I mean, he is just unstoppable right now. Cockburn's career high is 26. He is on his way. 24 and 7, dominating in the paint on both ends. Committed the foul there. A few more games like this, he's going to be seeing more double teams.
I think he's a first-round pick. I thought he was a first-round pick if he'd have gone this year. I'm glad he didn't.
Long three, too strong. That was Mashburn, rebound. Well, that's a good point. Let's watch that when Minnesota has the ball. Yeah, Gopher just can't make a three. One thing also to watch, Illinois' got Bashanishvili and Cockburn in at the same time, and it doesn't matter who's in alongside Cockburn. You lob it up at the rim, he's finishing. Period. In Illinois with a 66-43 lead. When we're finished, #1 Stanford on the women's side with Tara Vanderveer going for the all-time wins record as a head coach in the women's.
Hey, right, wrong, happy or sad, he's trying to make a play.
I think Andre Curbelo is good.
Remembered her, hired her. She went out to Idaho. I mean, and she is dynamite, absolute dynamite.
Booth Gotch still hasn't scored. Robbins missed the layup. That's sort of emblematic of how the whole game has gone for Minnesota. Sumu found Miller. That's a pure stroke from the freshman.
you know, everybody, the boys stand on one side, the girls stand on the other. One guy starts dancing with a girl. The next thing you know, everybody starts dancing. One guy starts making threes. Everybody starts making threes, Big D. That's true.
So what an analogy. Cockburn hits another shot tonight. He's had a career night. He's dancing 31 and 13 to his own beat tonight. 29 and 12 for Kofi Cockburn.
Young big kids. I don't know that Georgie Bashana's is a national champion.
He is a
best jump gets you and ones and gets you buckets. And then you can go to the party and dance. You know, you're going to run that motion? I said, yeah. They go, well, you're going to see a lot of zone because at that time, the Big East didn't scout that great. And the Big Ten has always been considered the best scouted league in college basketball. Going back to 08, I asked those same assistants now, and they say, yeah, Dan, it's still, they are the Big Ten is the best scouted league. The game changed when he went out, right? I mean, he hit a couple threes. He was good defensively.
Add to Kofi Cockburn's career night, he's got 32. We still got 4 minutes to talk about this, Dan, but I mean, for Minnesota, trying to find some positives here. They get St. Louis, their last non-conference game next. So one quick non-conference game. Then they get Iowa, top 5 team, Michigan State, top 5 team, at Wisconsin, top 15 team, Ohio State, at Michigan, at Iowa. I mean, where's Minnesota going to find a win?
The St. Louis team on the world's greatest podcast, Seth